Listen, 90 days. It's all it takes to rewrite your story. But let me tell you, something change doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It comes through sweat, through discipline, through the fire of consistency. Every morning, you'll want to quit. Every evening, your mind will whisper, maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow won't save. You today will. You made a promise to yourself. A promise to wake up earlier, to eat cleaner, to move faster, to think sharper. Not break that promise, not for an excuse, not for comfort, not for fear. You see, the first 30 days build your habits, the next 30 test your commitment, and the last 30, they transform you. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence, even when it hurts, even when you fail, even when no one's watching. Push yourself to stick to the plan, because on day 91, you won't just be different, you'll be unstoppable. The world doesn't give success, it respects it. And in 90 days, you can earn that respect one disciplined decision at a time. Dig in, rise up, and push yourself, because greatness doesn't wait. It begins now. Commit fully. Decide right now that these next 90 days are not just another stretch of time. They are your turning point. This is where the old you ends and the new you begins. Every great transformation starts with one moment of decision, a choice so powerful that it cuts off all other options. When you commit fully, you silence the voice that says, maybe tomorrow. You stop waiting for perfect timing, for motivation, for permission. You take control. Every single morning becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself that you meant what you said. You start walking even when you don't see the finish line. You start believing even when results haven't shown up yet. You start becoming even when the world doubts your potential. 90 days of focus can do what years of hesitation never will. You don't need luck. You need commitment. You, Dante, need to know the whole path. You just need to take the first step with full faith. When you commit fully, failure becomes feedback, not defeat. You no longer ask, can I do this? You tell yourself, I will do this, no matter what. The next 90 days will test your will, your patience, your belief, but they will also reveal your power. So commit with your whole heart, because this decision, this moment, is where your next chapter begins. Discipline over motivation. Because motivation is a spark, it burns bright, but it fades fast. You can't depend on how you feel to decide how you act. Some days you'll wake up ready to conquer the world. Other days you won't even want to get out of bed. That's when discipline steps in. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what needs to be done. It's the quiet power that pushes you forward when your mind screams to stop. It's showing up when nobody's watching. It's doing the work even when your energy is gone, your mood is low, and your excuses sound convincing. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Every champion, every success story, every transformation, it's built on discipline. Because motivation can vanish in a moment, but discipline becomes who you are. When you train your mind to act without waiting for the feeling, you build strength that no emotion can break. So when the days get hard, and they will, don't chase motivation. Choose discipline. Do it tired. Do it unsure. Do it anyway. That's how progress is made, not by feeling ready, but by showing up regardless. One promise. Never break the commitment you made to yourself, because the moment you made that promise, you told the world who you are becoming. You declared that your word matters not to others, but to you. Keeping promises to yourself builds trust within your own soul. And when you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. Hey, most people break their own word before the world even tests them. They quit when it gets hard. They bend when it gets uncomfortable. But not you. Not this time. This time you keep your promise, no matter how heavy it feels. You show up when it's inconvenient. You stay disciplined when no one's clapping. Because every time you follow through, you grow stronger. And every time you give up, you teach yourself that your word means nothing. So choose strength. Choose integrity. Even when the world isn't watching, even when the results are slow, hold that promise close. It's the bond between who you are and who you're becoming. When you honor that promise, you build confidence. When you honor that promise, you build power. And one unbroken promise can change the entire direction of your life. The 30 minus 30 minus 30 rule. The first 30 days, build your habits. This is where the foundation is laid. You fight resistance. You fight laziness. You fight every excuse that tells you to stop before you even start. In these first 30 days, it's not about perfection. It's about showing up every single day. Even when you don't see progress, you're building momentum. Your mind begins to understand that this is who you are now. Then comes the next 30 days, the test of commitment. This is where most people quit. The excitement fades, the results are slow, and doubt begins to whisper. But this is where you prove yourself. This is where you remind your mind that quitting is not an option. Because the third phase, the final 30 days, that's where transformation happens. By now, your habits are strong, your focus is sharper, your willpower unshakable. You don't just do the work, you become the work. You start to feel the change in your energy, your mindset, your confidence. That's the 30-30-30 rule. Build, test, transform. And by the end, you don't just complete the 90 days. You evolve into someone completely new. Focus on progress, not perfection. Because perfection is a trap. It keeps you chasing an illusion that never ends. You wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect version of yourself to begin. But perfection never comes. Progress, though progress is real, progress is messy. It's imperfect. It's full of small wins that don't look like much at first. But over time, they build the foundation of greatness. Every step forward counts, even the smallest one. Every failure teaches you something valuable. Every effort, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Stop punishing yourself for not being flawless. Because success doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from refusing to quit when things go wrong. If you focus on perfection, you'll always feel behind. But if you focus on progress, you'll always be growing. Celebrate the tiny improvements. Honor the small victories. They're proof that you're moving, learning, becoming. So don't wait to be perfect to start. Start, stumble, adjust, and keep going. Because progress, not perfection, is what creates real, lasting change. Push through resistance. Because growth only happens beyond comfort. Every time you feel that wall, that voice that says, stop, this is too much, that's the moment you re-standing right at the edge of your potential. Resistance is not your enemy. It's your signal. It's proof that you're stretching, evolving, and moving beyond who you were yesterday. Comfort feels safe, but it keeps you the same. It tells you to slow down, to settle, to stay where it's easy. But nothing powerful grows in comfort. Strength is built in struggle. Confidence is born in challenge. Character is shaped in discomfort. Every rep, every early morning, every hard choice is resistance fighting back. But when you keep going, when you push through instead of turning back, you win. You create a new level of yourself that didn't exist before. And the pain you feel now becomes pride later. That's how transformation works. It's hidden behind effort, frustration, and moments of doubt. So when resistance shows up, smile. It means you're on the right path. Because the real growth, the real power, the real change, it only begins once you step beyond your comfort zone. Visualize day 91. See the version of you that emerges after consistent effort. Close your eyes and imagine waking up on that morning stronger, sharper, more confident. The person staring back at you in the mirror isn't the same one who started. They fought through doubt, through delay, through discomfort. They've shown up when it was hard and they've earned every inch of progress. Day 91 isn't magic. It's momentum built from discipline, from choosing growth every single day. Visualize that version of yourself walking with purpose, speaking with conviction, and carrying the quiet power of someone who didn't quit. Feel what that life looks like, the energy, the focus, the pride that comes from keeping your word. See how your habits have shaped your mindset, how your consistency has shaped your destiny. You're not chasing perfection anymore. You're living proof of persistence. That version of you exists. It's waiting for you to catch up. So every time you're tired, every time you want to stop, close your eyes and see day 91. Because when you can see it clearly, you can reach it. And when you reach it, you'll realize that vision was never a dream. It was your future calling you forward. Replace excuses with execution. Because excuses sound good until they steal your progress. They're comfortable, they're convincing, and they always arrive right when you need a reason to stop. But every excuse you make is a brick in the wall between you and your goals. Excuses don't move you forward, they trap you where you are. You say you don't have time, but time is made by those who prioritize. You say you're not ready, but readiness comes from action, not waiting. You say it's hard, but everything worth having is. The difference between the person who dreams and the person who wins is execution. Winners do it anyway, tired, scared, uncertain, but still moving. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for motivation. They act, because action kills excuses. Every time you take one step forward, the voice of doubt gets quieter. Every time you choose execution, your confidence grows stronger. You can make progress or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. So stop explaining why you can't. Start showing what happens when you do. Replace hesitation with hustle. Replace talk with results. Replace excuses with execution, and watch your life change. Stay accountable. Track every small win because it fuels the journey. Accountability is the bridge between intention and achievement. It's what keeps you honest when no one's watching. When you track your progress, even the smallest step, you remind yourself that you're moving forward. Every rep, every clean meal, every early morning adds up. You may not see the results instantly, but the numbers don't lie. It's the effort compounds. It builds momentum. Accountability keeps your focus sharp when motivation fades. It keeps your promises visible, real, and measurable. Write it down. Mark the days you showed up. Celebrate the moments you didn't quit. Because success is not built on giant leaps. It's built on small, consistent wins, stacked daily. And when you can see your growth on paper, you feel it in your spirit. Tracking your wins is not just about progress, it's about proof. Proof that you're doing the work. Proof that your habits are paying off. Proof that you are becoming who you said you would be. So hold yourself accountable. Keep a record of your grind. Every small win you track today becomes the fuel that drives tomorrow's greatness. End strong. Because how you finish the 90 days defines who you become next. Anyone can start with energy and excitement, but few have the strength to finish with fire. The final stretch is where true character is revealed. It's when your body is tired, your mind is tested, and the temptation to slow down feels the loudest. But this is where champions are made. Not at the starting line, but at the finish. Every bit of effort you've invested comes down to this moment. This is your proof, your chance to show yourself that you dainty fade when it gets tough. You rise, you push harder, you finish stronger than you started. Because the final days are not just about results, they're about identity. They decide whether you walk away with regret or with pride. When you give your all in the end, you set the tone for everything that follows. You tell your future self, I don't quit when it's hard, I rise when it counts, so dig deeper, and that last spark of strength. Finish what you started with power, focus, and heart. Because the way you end this journey will define the next version of you. So here you are, standing at the edge of change. 90 days behind you. Stronger mind, a sharper focus, a deeper belief burning inside you. You didn't just survive this journey, you conquered it. Every moment of doubt, every ounce of effort, every drop of sweat has brought you here. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new standard for your life. It's because once you've proven to yourself what's possible in 90 days, you'll never again settle for less. You've built discipline, forged resilience, and earned a kind of confidence no one can give you, because you created it through action. So carry this power forward. Let every future goal, every new challenge, every mountain ahead, remind you of what you've already done. You've shown yourself that change is not luck, it's consistency. You've learned that strength isn't found, it's built. Now step into your next chapter with purpose. Walk with the energy of someone who doesn't make promises, they keep them. Because your story isn't ending here. It's just beginning. And from this moment on, every day you live is **day 91. **.